All right, homies. So today we are doing our very first Dungeons and Dragon. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Stop it. Oh my god. How do I mute them? How do I mute them? I'm deafening them. Okay. Okay. So today we are doing our very first Dungeons and Dragons episode of our new campaign. The dungeon master is Luke Maloney, and then Shun is a turtle, and then there's Susan, who's a tiefling, aka Soup Time, who's also a streamer, and then there's me, and I am a half-orc barbarian, and that's very exciting. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna undeafen myself so I can hear them again now. Okay, I can hear you again now.
What would you say to chat?
Hi, Sierra. I was just introing the thing. Hey, Sierra. So we are doing Dungeons and Dragons. Yes. Yes, this is our first Dungeons and Dragons session. Hello, Hunt. Hello, hello, hello. And why am I British? I don't know. My character is not British.
I was asking someone to join the competition of the D&D.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he said it was a streamer. So,
Nice. So yeah, let's see. 5.
I should shave my head because turtles don't have hair.
Yeah. Would have been better
I
for
feel
your
like-
costume.
Like everybody else dressed up, I'm wearing a turtleneck in the middle of summer to try to.
wait, Shun has a turtleneck that has a turtle. Why aren't you wearing the turtleneck with the
Oh,
turtle?
I do have a turtleneck.
Yeah,
I
you really
forgot
fucked
about
up,
that. I'm
Shun.
sorry.
You really fucked up.
I literally told you.
This one's more turtley though, because it's so tight and uncomfortable. It's like loose satellite skin rather than fabric.
Wait,
You
are you
know-
gonna make?
I think it'll
Wait,
make you
oh,
feel
thanks for
more
making
like a
myself
turtle,
large.
and that's what's important. You know, you really don't look it, but it'll help you get in character.
That's true. And also, Shun, are you gonna make a joke about that guy who everyone calls a turtle because he's old?
Are we gonna be? Oh wait, I might
What?
put.
The politician that everyone calls a turtle.
Oh, Mitch
Also, are we
McConnell?
going to be
We
using
love that
that
guy now.
website, Roll20, for like our character stuff?
Just using a dice roller online. If
Okay,
if you need to
cool.
look things up though, that'll be our
Okay,
first
okay, vibes,
go-to.
vibes. Okay.
You
Should we pretend we have a sponsorship and then show it to them so they see how good we do it and then they want to give it to us?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
I mean,
Tina, what's the name of the website?
We can mention Misfit sponsors right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Misfit sponsor time.
Misfit sponsors times. Okay, so sponsor. One of the Misfit sponsors is Republic of Gamers, and I have a juicy pair of ROG headphones right over here. They are the Delta Core headphones. They have really crisp audio quality, great directional sound. Even my music production boyfriend tried it out, and he was like, "Yeah, this is pretty good dang game audio." So
How do I
go
get
check
one?
it out. It's $80, which is a really affordable price considering my previous headphones were $150. Sheesh. Okay. Yeah, that meme is dead. And
Jeez.
yeah, so go check it out. I'll be posting also a review of this and full unboxing on my YouTube. These are my new headphones. And they're really light and comfy. That's something that I almost forgot to mention. That they don't hurt my head as much as my previous headphones. So that's really important for those long gaming sessions. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God,
Republic of Gamers, Delta Core headphones.
I wanna.
Yeah. Okay,
Well,
come get
what
it.
about some of us more well-endowed gamers that have huge heads? Again,
Oh yeah, that's perfectly fine
a
because
lot of
it's an
headphones that I use that squeeze my head a lot, or that squeeze my glasses against my head.
yeah, well, thankfully, these are pretty lightweight and they're also extendable. Look at this.
Wow.
Whoa!
Christina, you
Huge!
completely allayed my fears about these headsets. You have assuaged my doubts, and now Republic of Gamers headset, the $80 one, the Delta ones, that's definitely at the top of my want list in terms of headphones.
I love hearing someone say sheesh. That's true, but I'll let it go. But I wait,
Hello,
Luke, can you put
Sponge Me
headphones in?
Doggy.
Because of the echo.
Hello. Welcome to
Okay,
our
I can
first
go
D&D
find some,
episode.
but
Welcome,
I'll have to come
welcome.
right back real quick.
Okay. We'll keep
Just go
plugging.
buy
We'll
some
keep...
real quick.
Yeah.
He's gonna go buy the Delta headphones right now. I will have to say, guys, it's Amazon Prime Day, and I was looking for new headphones because these like are not always amazing, and they hurt the top of
Ooh,
my
lip
head.
bite? Don't mind if I
So
do.
I genuinely like, I got these cheapo ones that I wish I didn't now. I could maybe still cancel. But I want these. I'm gonna message Misfits and I'm like, I'm gonna use yours and I'm gonna promote it. So like,
That's right. Sierra,
mostly,
Delta headphones are the
Oh
best
wait,
quality
guys.
headphones.
Also I'm gonna say Death Water. Obviously, water that looks like it's beer and it looks like it's gonna kill you. Obviously a sponsor. But also
Posture check.
Oh,
Yeah.
I should put the
And hey,
Tante que
Ice Wolf,
Vivre
hey, we're doing
in
our
on
first
loop.
D&D episode right
I
now.
will say,
It's gonna be a little bit,
I'm gonna explain real quick what this is.
what is it?
What the D&D
Scruffed?
competition
Scuffed?
is gonna be like.
Yeah.
So we're playing the game.
She's gonna explain this. She's gonna explain
And
this real
it's
quick.
gonna
This
be
is
like
important.
it's just gonna be like a regular, really fun D&D game. It's gonna be hopefully funny. That's what we're hoping for. But if you're not funny, I won't yell at you on camera, so it's okay. But yeah, so next week we're starting a D&D competition. So we are not gonna get kicked out. That might have been a misunderstanding. Tina, Shun, me, and Luke cannot get kicked out. But we have 3 guests every week. And these 3 guests compete to be the funniest, the wittiest, the most knowledgeable about the game, and just the funnest to be around. And then at the end, chat votes on one to stay. If chat can't make up their mind, like, we'll deliberate, so it's not unfair if you bring a lot of friends. Though if you bring a lot of friends, that'll look good for you. They might hype you up in chat and give you some clues of bits to do. But at the end of the day, chat votes for one to stay. And then that happens for 2 more weeks on July 5th and July 12th. And then our finale on July, I want to say 19th. Yeah, 19th, 7 plus 2. July 19th is our finale, and that's when our 3 winners get to compete for a permanent spot on the D&D. And if they're good enough, they get to take over for Luke, right?
Yeah, sure.
They have to kill you first if they're good enough in comedy and then good enough at sword fighting. But yeah, that's how it's gonna work. So if you're still interested, Uwu or anyone else, feel free to like message me. We have a lot of people
Sorry, I'm just
interested.
letting
Well,
her
not a
talk
lot.
a
We have a
bit,
good amount
but-
of people interested, but we can totally like try to fit you in, like switch you around. And if you want to join, we'll try to get a way for you to join. So
Yeah.
do message us. But
Yeah,
the mic is on your lap.
It's so hard to talk
Luke.
to chat with group things, but
What does
yeah,
that mean?
it's an audience participation game.
So you can
And
speak and
Ice
if you'd
Wolf,
like to start introducing the
if you do
shenanigans.
potentially want to get in
Oh,
on this for
okay.
just like an episode
Beautiful.
or as an
I thought there was a
NPC,
problem with my
we can
audio.
probably do that if you are
Okay.
interested.
So we're ready to begin then. Okay, how do you guys feel? Pretty good?
Pretty
Yeah,
I'll
good.
check in with
pretty
Christina. I
great.
think Christina might be plugging in 50 more brands from how much she's speaking.
Oh yeah, no. I'm good. I'm rolling.
Okay,
I'm ready to go.
beautiful. All right, our story takes us to the town of Navin. Nestled in a bunch of coastal hills right on the sea. It's a nice little town, quite quaint, and spread far apart from each other. It's also an industrial town, a factory town, and that's where we go first, a sweatshop. This sweatshop is run down and, pretty decimated. It's just been removed of its owner, and so now there are very few children still working at their stations, tinkering away on toys. It's slowed to nearly a standstill. Elven children, dwarven children, a whole smorgasbord of different races work here. And they're all overseen by one person, Hot Lux.
Hello.
Is the last living relative of the former owner of this
Welcome to D&D.
establishment, Ludovico Lux, who is now vanished, just quite suddenly. And so, Hot Lux, you are at the, you're with the a steam whistle, kind of keeping everyone in line. The few stragglers that have stayed behind, as this company, Ludovico Unlimited, has seen its production decline nearly to a standstill. How do you keep your young workers in order?
I feed them gravel, so they're really heavy and they can't run away.
You demand that the children take another spoonful of gravel, and those left behind do it gladly. Basically, a couple days ago, the forerunner of this, the foreman Ludovico, vanished very, very mysteriously. Actually, Hot Lux's uncle, and so any of the children who were kind of constrained to work here by his power were released and willing to go. These children left behind are quite happy to take down another spoonful of gravel and just keep plugging away. Hot Lux can relate. Hot Lux really loves to work in this sweatshop. She worked here for a long time while she was a kid. She's a tiefling and she loves to make
Thank you,
dolls.
Kit
Can you
Kat.
tell us about some of your dolls, Hot Lux?
Yeah, I've got a doll named Gwen. She has blue hair and multicolored eyes. And she can turn into a human. I have a doll that is really, really stout. So sometimes when I can't reach things that are up high, I step on this doll and it works like a step ladder. And I have a doll that is very, very warm. So whenever I feel like I am the only person with the light within,
Mm.
I hug this fellow doll. I'm not fellow.
Let me
I'm
know
not a
how the
doll.
music and audio balancing is.
You're
and
not a
everything.
doll. Lux has a bit of a difficulty discerning who is just a normal being and who is a doll. She has been known to chase down gnomes in the street and try to put them in little overalls, and play with them and kind of move them
Which
around
one
her
are you talking
castle,
about,
little
Deriva?
play sets.
The one in the top left
She's
or
silly
top
like
right?
that. Among the
And yes, I'm a
the
half-orc myself.
foghorn and the tinkering, you hear a knock at the factory door, Lux.
I'm scared that they're gonna take my dolls, I mean factory workers, away from me. So I say, no one's home.
No one's home. They knock again, and this time a little bit more forcefully, and they say, "It's the merchants division. Open up."
I say, oh, okay, someone's home. And I tell my children to hide under the table as I approach the door, practicing my, like, oh, I don't have children here. I don't have children here.
Can you make an intimidation check, I'm just gonna roll it for you if you don't mind.
Okay, go ahead.
Share your screen. Share the roll.
Should
Full
I?
transparency, Dungeon Master.
Does
Transparency.
this work? Does this work?
You click
It's
the
okay.
button
It's-
at the bottom.
No, I'd have to open system preferences.
Oh, never mind.
Sorry. Okay, well you get a 16. It's enough. You have to just motivate
Ooh.
your workers to overcome the gravel inside their stomachs and move from their stations to get under their desks. But they manage to, and they all hide under their stations. The entire factory slows to a stop. And so do you open the door?
I just stick my little head outside and I go, ooh, oh, what are you doing here?
It works. Your head goes out the door, and you see, standing in front of you, 3 fishmen of varying heights, all kind of looking at you. One of them has a bill of sale for the property, and another
Hey, little
is
Jay,
kind of
hello,
going
hello.
like,
welcome.
your
Welcome to our
days
first
are
D&D
numbered, and the
adventure
third is
episode.
like, you gotta get out of here. We're repo guys. You gotta leave.
Bless Sierra, hell yeah. I got 3 channels now on YouTube.
I say, I get on my knees and I cover my bottom half with my dress, and I say, oh, I am okay. I can show it. I'm wearing a dress. Like I go like this, but I'm on the floor, and I grab a doll nearby, and I go, oh,
Thank you,
meet
Deriva,
you, young.
thank you.
to speak." I don't speak. That baby still me.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize there was a baby here. Is your daddy home?
I grab my weighted doll and I go.
Okay, hi. My name's Squammy. Can we come in? I think we should just go in, guys. One of the fishmen tries to force open the door.
And then I toss my heavy dad on top of the door. Maybe I'm getting in your way here. And I toss it in front of the door because then the daddy heavy doll can keep the door from opening.
The weighted doll. Okay. I'm gonna make a check for him, and just if it's over 10, he gets through. How about that?
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, it's a perfect 20. So he opens the door, he moves the doll aside. It's actually quite easy for him, I guess. I suppose the weighted doll isn't too heavily weighted. And he and his two fish buddies walk in and start kind of looking out the factory, checking out the implements. They're just talking. They're like, so I guess the owner isn't even here. This is a lot easier than I thought it would be. I thought we'd be met with resistance. I guess we can take the kid down to the orphanage down the street, and it's solved as easy as that. And then we can get working. They all high five.
Oh wait, I don't. But can I do a check for ability check for I set the place on fire, so the kids can run away because they're small in the smoke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you have a spell that would work pretty well for it if you want to cast.
What's my spell? When can I use it again if I use it now?
I
Stakes
think
are
it
high.
should. I think stakes are pretty low actually right now. You can use Firebolt, and it'll recharge by the next encounter. So, if you'd like to aim at something especially flammable, maybe I can give you a little assistance on
Wait,
that.
guys, do I have any friends at this point, or am I solo here?
You've got. I mean, there are kids your age working in the factory with you. They're all full of gravel right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna whisper to. Can I make Christina one of the kids just to roleplay this?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
Christina's one of the kids, and I go, yo, buddy. Christina's making her kid face. Oh, and then I go, yo, buddy. Do you think if I set this on fire, the kids are all gonna be able to get away?
Yeah, we run really, really fast. Did you see how fast I could run the other day?
How fast did you run the other day? Should we roll this?
I'll give it to you. You ran a little bit above average. You had like maybe I don't know, maybe you did a mile in like 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, a mile in 8 minutes is pretty fast. So I set this on fire. I go, thanks, Jahil. And the Jahil crawls back under the table. I don't know. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah. Okay, so you go to cast firebolt. One of the fishmen, Squammy, kind of like the leader of them, notices you as you do and casts a water spell at it, kind of like undoing the damage you would have done, kind of neutralizing.
Wait, can we roll for this? It seems very unfair, Luke.
Yeah. I just I don't know what to roll against it. I think he's a little beyond your pay grade. That's what I'll say for now. He picks you up by the scruff of your neck and he's like, "Hey, you're not a baby who can't speak. You almost just cast a fireball."
Screaming.
You're screaming.
No!
He takes you by the scruff of your neck and he throws you on the curb. Says, "Get out of here."
I stand still for a moment as I regret my decisions.
Are you gonna roll for that?
Yeah, I rolled. That standstill was perfect. You were completely motionless. It sways him. He's like, okay. Well, I'll bring you to. I can bring you to the orphanage down the street if you. I feel bad just leaving a kid here. I care about children. I would never want them to be hurt. I can't believe this place was a sweatshop. We're gonna make it. We're gonna clean this place up. We're gonna get it government sanctioned. It's gonna be above board. Anything you've gone through, honestly, anything I can do to help you right now. Just a child.
I say, I would like you to take me to the sun.
You want me to take you to the sun?
Yeah, I'm cold. I'm so cold.
You're cold down here, and you want to go up to the sun.
Yeah.
Okay. Flurbo. What do we do with the girl? Son, you heard what she said. Okay, you're not being any help right now, Flurbo. So I'm gonna deal with this myself, I guess. How about we go to the orphanage? What if? Take my hand. We'll go to the orphanage together. My Finn. Do you take his Finn?
Wait, actually, I probably shouldn't because he's gonna take me to the orphanage, right? He's gonna trap me there forever. No, I run check.
Okay, I'll roll a run check for you. 16. That's pretty fast. You start running away. He's like, wait, where are you go? And he gives up and he goes back inside. They find the children full of gravel in there, and they help them out. They take them out of there, so that the children with gravel are all safe. As you're running down the street, a carriage passes you by, and it's full, just chock full of gnomes.
Next to me, it's full of gnomes.
Yeah, it's going by you now.
I want to run because I don't want to get caught. But I take off my skirt so I can put it on one of them as a tiny little dress.
You want to dress one of the gnomes?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're running after this carriage. It's full of gnomes. You would really like to dress it up like one of your dolls. We're gonna leave you for a second and go into the carriage, where we find another character, Gonzalo Suez, is sitting among these gnomes. Gonzalo is a giant turtle. Quite an interesting fellow, this Gonzalo, and he's on a trip with his wrestling team, this gnomish wrestling team from a college nearby. They're all going to an away meet together, and they're just shooting the shit.
Guys, I feel like I probably don't tell you guys this enough, but you guys, the 65 of you in this one carriage, you guys are my best friends.
They all respond, "You're our best friend. We share you equally." They're all pretty pleased to be with you, Gonzalo. As you notice, this little girl is running behind you and actually keeping up with the carriage pretty well. You get to talking about the big meet tonight. Yeah, we're going up against the Dwarven University. They're pretty tough. They're pretty tough this year. The head coach, Alton Halfshanks, kind of rises above the other. He's like, "All right, guys. We haven't had a lot of luck against dwarves. They're bigger than us. They're a lot stronger than us usually. They're generally better at wrestling than we are pretty much every time we face them. But now we've got a giant turtle on our team, and there's no way they're sending us home again. We have won against every regional gnome school that we faced. They can't beat Gonzalo. He's the best we've got, and I really think things are looking up against the dwarves this year. Can I get a hoo-ah?
Hoo-ah!
Yeah, just Gonzalo. Just Gonzalo.
If Gnome State used the strategy of all of the gnomes coming together to form one mega gnome and acting like water to try to push me down, and that still doesn't work, I mean, what can the dwarves have? Even when it's just a straight up one-on-one.
Right. I'm feeling superbly confident. If we make this, we get to go to quarter nationals where we're gonna face Goliaths. So, pretty exciting. Gonzalo, you're gonna take us there. I love you, Gonzalo. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I see you. Back you go.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that because I'm a turtle, my parents die very very shortly after giving birth to me. So
I know
you've sort of been like both a mom and a dad to me.
I really switch back and forth, motherly, fatherly. You should eat more.
Well,
Eat less, eat more.
I won't be able to decide. I won't be able to decide.
Yeah,
I heard
yeah,
Navi is known for its gravel, so
Yeah.
I'm very excited to try that out.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be bulking.
Well, you can wait till after the meet. Until then, I don't want to see food pass through any of your lips. I will throw you out of the team if you eat. But that said, we're nearing our destination, so everyone, kind of get your stuff together. We're going to be staying in the local orphanage because our tiny gnome bodies fit in the baby beds. So that's where we're headed just about now.
And I can sleep in the bog right outside the orphanage.
Yeah. You get to stay in the mud.
You're so wise, Alton. Choosing the orphanage with the bog right outside.
It's only the best for my best wrestler. We leave the carriage as it zooms. Oh, do you have a question, Shun?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So for the entirety of this conversation, there's been kind of this girl sort of running alongside the carriage.
Yeah, keeping up, keeping time.
Okay. Should we stop for her, or do we just wait until we naturally stop and she catches up with us at the orphanage anyway? Because she is not letting up.
I was thinking we just go to the orphanage and meet her there.
I have a question. Can we do a fear check to check if they're scared of me?
Yeah,
not?
we can. Yeah, sure. Should I roll as them being afraid or not? Should I roll for their gnomish bravery? Okay, let's see how well they hold up. Okay, they're doing pretty well. They're at a 15. So, a little
bravery.
I'll let you know. Okay, 16. Even better. They're a little bit shaken by this woman who's just running behind them with little pairs of clothes and offering to get individual wrestlers to try them on. But all of them are still just wearing their singlets. Do you want to try to throw an outfit on?
I'm gonna try to throw it like directly on them, like the one that's the least dressed, or like the most sweaty looking. I find the most sweaty looking and try to throw an outfit directly on them.
Okay, beautiful. And you have a +2 to your dexterity, roll 16. I think it works perfectly. It clings to their sweaty body naturally. And so what does this outfit look like?
This outfit is inspired by the Madonna Barbie collection. So it's bright neon, and it has a wig, as a bleach blonde wig.
Okay, beautiful. So you get one, you keep running alongside the wagon, you're keeping perfect pace. We change focus over into kind of like the more provincial side of town, out of the factory sector, into kind of the town center where all the smaller shops are. You've got, your shoemaker and your grocer, and of course you have your blacksmith, a staple of any provincial fantasy town. We go in and we meet Nanami, who's in the middle of a shift and working very hard at work on a great axe. Nanami's worked in here for a long time under her boss Brumbo, who's a full orc who I'll embody now. Hey, Nanami, what are you doing over there?
Making an axe. What does it look like?
It looks like you're fiddling around making some girly axe. Oh!
I really don't have time for this, but yeah, okay. Is there anything you need? Or are you just here because you're bored?
I'm not bored. I have important duties. I don't need this from you, Nanami. I just wanted to say, the last couple axes you made sold really well. Really, really well. Whatever you're doing with your girly axes, it's really working, and they're flying off the shelves. People love them. So I guess I was gonna say keep up the good work.
Yeah. Thanks for the update.
And maybe
cool.
And maybe you could teach me a little bit about how you do all that fine kind of bending of the metal and the small intricate kind of details around the the ivy that stretches up around it, this metal kind of tapestry that tells a beautiful story. Maybe you could tell me about, I don't know how you do that.
I guess. I mean, I kind of am busy with some work right now, but
Oh, no. Yeah, no, you are busy. I'm sorry, Nanami.
yeah.
You get back to work. I'm
Yeah,
serious.
let me know if you need anything. If you can find anybody else to teach you, that would be cool because I'm kind of busy.
Okay.
But maybe we can do that later, later today.
Okay, but maybe later.
Yeah.
Get back to work. Or
Mm-hmm.
I'll fire you or something. Brumba kind of
Something.
lumbers off, dejected, defeated. You are working on an axe. Do you want to describe it to us, how it looks?
Yeah, so this one is made out of it has a, nice steel axe, of course, and then down here we have a mixture of wood and steel and stone.
Wow.
And a little bit of gold plating right at the handle here, and right where the the actual axe part meets the handle. It's pretty standard. This one's probably gonna sell for I don't know, mid-tier price, like a step up from a beginner axe, one step up from a beginner axe. Yeah.
It's a finely crafted axe. It is like perfect on all the fundamentals. It's a little below your pay grade. You're quite a good metal worker, and you have to pump up these kind of like more standard axes.
I mean, I really
Yeah.
would love to make axes and swords that are more extravagant, which I do get to make, once every season or so. But for the most part, working as a blacksmith is just busting out a lot of stuff for the everyday people. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So you get through with your shift, you finish up making your axe, and you put it on the wall where it needs to be, to be packaged and sold. And you're getting ready to just walk home when you see a big banner that says, "Today only, wrestling extravaganza at the Bull Pit." And it just kind of catches your eye, like, it seems like a really big thing. Weird that you didn't hear about it. But there seems to be lots of names attached and lots of like powerful people there. And you spy among the names a steel worker whose work you just love. This person that can just make the most beautiful shapes out of steel.
Oh my God, are they competing in a wrestling match? I didn't even know that they did that. Maybe I'll go check it out.
Hey, a gnome is stretching out near you. He's from a different university than Gnome U or Gnome State. He's from Gnome State University. And he's getting ready for the match. He's like, "Oh yeah, you didn't hear about this? It's regional, so it's going to be a pretty big one. Yeah, it's supposed to be a lot of big names there."
Yeah,
What's up?
I'm not much of a wrestling fan, but I saw someone that I kind of am familiar with, so I might
Oh,
go.
yeah?
Are you
Someone-
competing?
Oh yeah, I actually am competing. It's no big deal. I'm pretty good at wrestling, you know me. Hi, the name is Elderburn.
Hey,
nice to meet you.
Elderburn.
Nice to meet
well, yeah, it's good meeting you. I
you.
guess maybe I'll see you there.
Hey, whoa. What? Maybe you come watch my match tonight.
I mean, I'll be there, so I'll be watching it kind of by default. If
So you'll be there. Awesome.
yes, see you there.
Yeah, I'll see you there.
Elderburn, was it?
Yeah, it's Elderburn.
Yeah.
Elderburn.
Yeah.
Nice to
Good luck
meet
with
you.
that. Good luck with that.
Yeah, I really don't need it, but thanks. Yeah, you're sweet. Thanks. He saunters away off into the distance. Now you're just walking throughout town. You've seen this kind of thing. You're on your way home. Where you've been staying lately, just to help around, is the aforementioned orphanage. It's called Madame Far Eye's Scoundrel House. It's a house for scoundrels. You would know very well, Nanami, the Scoundrel House. It's where you were brought in after your parents died when you were very young, and you were raised up by Madame Far Eye and know her very well. So lately you've just been pitching in and helping out. There haven't been as many kids at the orphanage lately. Suddenly it seems like parents just aren't dying anymore, so it's been pretty bad for business.
Wow.
And they've even had to rent it out to a gnomish wrestling team, which is now pulling up in a carriage just as you start your way home,
Oh,
and
you've got to be
and a
fucking
girl
kidding
slows
me.
to a stop, panting, breathing heavily, with all these outfits to give to the wrestlers. They all kind of converge on the spot right outside Miss Far
I just
Eyes.
wanted to get some
Uh,
rest tonight. Come on.
mm, Miss Far Eyes is this giant troll. She's got two big glass eyes. She's completely blind. And she comes to the front door. She's like, "Finally, you're here! The gnomes, get off, get in! Every one of you, follow me! This way, that's right! Get up in there! No, you two! You, hey, and you! Get in there!"
Guys, I already caught up, right?
Yeah, you're here now. Get in! Go on! You too!
Miss Farah, do you need any help with this sort of
Yes.
rehearsal thing,
Yes,
or am I
please.
good to go to bed? You need okay.
No, if you could go up
Yeah.
and start making the beds and just get everything in order up, and there's like 65 of these little gnomes. Also,
Jesus.
they want someone to sleep in the swamp. So check if we have sleeping bags or
Yeah.
pillows. Yeah, just anything
Okay.
extra.
Okay, I'll go search for those. Yeah.
Thank you, Nanami. Okay, you two, come on, get in there. Oh, whoa! You are not a gnome. You are a turtle. What are you doing here?
Oh, I was actually the one that wanted to sleep in a swamp.
Oh,
I'm on the wrestling team. I'm on the gnomish wrestling team.
oh, I see. Beautiful, wonderful. Well,
You
I
know,
don't
my
know if
parents
I'm.
died when I was really young too.
Oh, that's really good. How old are you?
I'm 10.
Wait, what? Your
Yeah,
parents
but
died.
Yeah, I'm a turtle, you see. So my
Oh.
parents actually die when I'm very when I'm very young. They sort of give birth and then just sort of let nature take its course. And by that,
Well,
then I mean they die.
Well, there's always a place for a young orphan like you in my orphanage. Well, actually, I guess one of your size, not so much. But the swamp will be open to you, and I hope you enjoy it out there for whatever reason you might.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Farah.
No, thank you.
But you're coming on a little strong right now. I already have a mom and a dad figure. Okay, his name is Alton Halfshanks, and
Nice to meet you.
don't try anything.
Yeah.
Don't try to be my parental figure.
Okay, wouldn't dream of it anyhow. It's nice to meet you. Alton and Far Eyes are actually kind of hitting it off right away in kind of a parent trap way that is a little upsetting to Gonzalo, seeing this one parental figure kind of merge and form into two different ones. But you're all here, you're all localized. You're still trying to put some of these gnomes into their little outfits, but it's not really going well. Hot. You're not having much luck with them. You do have a little bit of luck, or at least a face you recognize when you see Nanami. You guys come from the same town, from the same place. Though you're different in age, you have seen each other around.
So I go, Nanami?
Hey, hey, I remember you. Was it
Yeah.
hot? Sorry, I'm bad
Hot
with names.
Lux?
Hot Lux.
But you might remember me. You might remember me as demonoid. From the bullying days.
I think so. Yeah. What's up? What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm just dressing up some gnomes.
That's cool. It seems like they need help.
What
with
about
that.
you?
Yeah. I just kind of live and work here. Help out, everything like that. Yeah, I've been here a while.
My stomach grumbles a little bit with the eagerness to dress gnomes. Am I embarrassed?
No, you're not embarrassed. You march on completely unfazed and
Shun,
get back to your work of, trying to dress these gnomes.
Shun, can you make the grumbling sounds in the background?
What is the grumbling sound?
Yeah,
Okay, it
well,
seems like you're already doing a
I'll
great
see you
job.
around here, Hot Lux. Have fun
Okay.
with the dressing.
Hey! Here's a little shirt for the road. If you find a little undressed gnome, dress them up for me.
You know, I did meet a gnome earlier today, so this might come in handy.
Yes, a friend.
As she passes you, Madame Far Eyes puts a bunch of pillows and blankets in your arms, Nanami, and lets you know that the turtle is waiting out in the swamp for his bedding and would appreciate if you went out there because she doesn't like to go in the swamp. It smells like shit. She doesn't see why anyone would ever want to go out there, but it takes all kinds, right?
Yeah, for sure. I'll run this out to them. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, are you the turtle looking for this stuff? You sleeping here?
Yeah, well, I'm sort of the only turtle around, so that was kind of a stupid question.
Ha ha ha. Okay. Yeah, so
I'm sorry.
this is for you.
That was
Let
really
me know.
confrontation.
It's fine, dude. It's fine. I don't care.
Sorry. I'm just like I'm a little racist. I'm really young, and I haven't like encountered a lot of.
Don't make this any harder than it has to be, please.
Okay.
Just take the
Yeah.
stuff, and I guess let me know if you need anything else, right?
Are you really a half orc?
Yes. You call
okay.
me asking you, are you the turtle, a stupid question, and then you ask me if I'm a half orc.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
well,
Usually I want to comment on stuff like that,
I
but
wanted to be a little more careful following my big gaffe. Okay.
okay. Well,
Look.
why do you want to sleep in the swamp anyway?
Well, I'm not going to fit into one of those little baby beds meant for babies or gnomes.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Rather serendipitous.
They do be looking like babies.
There's a bog out here. So I'm going to ask you. You're pretty strong, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, you're pretty. You look like you're pretty well built.
Yeah, thanks.
I have a wrestling tournament coming up. maybe you'd like want to watch me or something.
Yeah. So since you're here,
maybe like you'd want to come see it or something.
Look,
but
yeah.
I was just sort of wondering if you could help me, because these gnomes. Look, I don't want to say this, but they're kind of no match for me. Okay,
so you're looking for a
300 pounds
sparring partner. Okay.
More than of them. So I was kind of wondering if, maybe you could help me, maybe you could coach me, maybe you could help me. I heard there's going to be Goliaths at this competition, as well as just this most amazing steel worker.
That's why I was interested in going. It's crazy. Like, I've never heard about this tournament, and I've literally met 2 people today talking about competing in it. Some other gnome dude, Elder something.
Yeah. Elderburn?
Yeah, that's the dude.
He's here?
Yeah, he was. I mean, he also asked me, "Hey, do you want to come watch my match?"
Okay. Well, I do want you to come to the tournament, but I don't want you to come because Elderburn asked you to. I actually want you to come because I asked you to. So if you come to the tournament, can you actually come because I asked you to, and not because Elderburn did?
I mean, look, I'm not going because of Elderburn, and I'll be there. I can promise you that much, honestly.
As you two are talking, you start to hear yips and cries from the surrounding woods. Suddenly, the voices start to grow a chorus, a cacophony of voices coming from all sides. Ruff, chuff, chuff, ruff, yuff, chuff, chuff, doing stuff like that. And suddenly, dwarves start swarming all around the orphanage and running around, a team of 65 of them, all in wrestling singlets. They beat their chests and pull their beards. They spit and eye the gnomes who peek out of the orphanage's windows and, kind of like maneuver around the garden and look between the tulips to see their horrible visages. This dwarven wrestling team surrounding the orphanage. One steps forward bigger than the rest of them. He says, "My name is Grubeer Borchamp, and I am going to beat each and every single one of you gnomes tonight at the Bull Pit.
I go. Wait, you're gonna beat them because I'm already beating myself up for not having enough clothes for all these gnomes.
Groupier is like, not enough clothes for. I'm into wrestling. I don't know what you're talking. I'm gonna beat them at wrestling.
I run off and I try to find clothes from the like orphanage like drawers to see if I can get enough before they all run away.
You start stealing orphan clothes and kind of collecting them just in case you run into any more gnomes.
I step in front of one of the gnomes and I go, well, this is one gnome you're not gonna beat tonight. Grubor champ.
Grubir
But you're
Boar
not a
Champ.
gnome. I
Grubir
don't.
boar champ. Okay. This is one gnome that you're not gonna beat at the bull pit tonight.
You literally.
Yeah, you look a little different than the other gnomes, but a gnome's still a gnome, and I'm still a dwarf, so I'm gonna pound you to the ground, and I'm not gonna look back when I do it.
Wait, they're dwarfs. I also want to dress them. I meant they're also dwarfs that I also want to dress, and that's why I wanted to steal the baby clothes. Sorry.
Yeah, that's absolutely completely fair. Would you like to try to dress one now?
Yes.
Is it Grubier? Because he's not gonna like that.
Yes, and it's that he's a dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm dressing him in a gnome's team's gear. I just quickly sewed on like their logo onto a shirt because I thought it was a cute logo. It's a what's the logo? The
Yeah,
the
you go for it.
The logo is a blooming child going from like fetus to human.
Yeah,
and I thought that was beautiful.
The logo of Gnome University is a baby crowning, exploding out of its mama. As everyone knows.
Yeah.
So you tried to put him into. I'm gonna give you an acrobatics check just to get to him, maybe. Wow, a perfect 20. I don't like this dice roller. It gives so many good rolls. And so you do it really quickly. You manage to put him all the way into a gnomish singlet. He's got a bursting baby on his chest, and suddenly all the other dwarves are confused. Grubier, why are you wearing? Wait, are you switching teams, Grubier? No, I'm not switching. I don't know what's happened. I don't know what came on me. You gotta trust me. I wouldn't just put it on. I'd never betray you guys. It means a lot to hear, Grubier, but you're wearing someone else's singlet.
I go up to Grubier and I give him a big old hug. And I go, Grubier, welcome to the team. We are so excited to have you wrestling with us tonight at the Bull Pit.
Wait. Can we roll a charisma check for Shun to see if Shun's so charismatic that he actually decides to like commit and make the switch?
I just rolled again, and it truly is the worst dice roller I've ever used. It's another 20. But we're going with it. We're live. We're just gonna say that performance just wows the rest of the dwarves. It doesn't completely take over Grubier, but the rest of them just like start heading back into the forest, talking about how Grubier betrayed them, how he stabbed them in the back right when they came to this tournament. They completely cannot believe this has happened. And Grubier is left alone at the orphanage with you guys. I don't know. I'm not completely up to date with what's going on anymore because this is sudden. But thanks for really taking me in.
No problem, man. Hey, do you want to sleep in the swamp with me tonight? I got room, and there's no more little baby beds left because there's 65 gnomes on the team.
Absolutely. I've been known to say this: a gnome's still a gnome, even though I look different. I look like a dwarf. I thought for a long time I was a dwarf. Apparently, I'm a gnome. So proud to be here, brother.
Yeah, you're welcome here, Grubier. I'll go see if I can find you a sleeping bag for the swamp. All misfits and everyone like that as well, whether you're a gnome or a dwarf.
By the way, when he like went out for the high five, I clasped his hand and then I withdrew my arm into my shell. So his arm kind of went into my shell. And then
Is it
came back
still
down.
there or okay, it came back.
It's still there, but that was just how you know how like you're supposed to like bring it in? Like that's how I brought it in.
Okay, beautiful.
During all of that, I pulled out a tiny comb from my pocket and I was like brushing his hair.
Okay, very sweet. So the sun now is starting to go down. This little hazing prank that the dwarves tried to pull off really backfired. Their star wrestler is now on the other team, and so I imagine they're pretty upset. But Alton Halfshanks is more than happy to bring this dwarf on. As the sun starts to go down, Hot, you realize without the factory, you really have nowhere to go to sleep tonight at least. And you see a couple of the workers from your factory, their little tummies still grumbling with all that gravel, are going home to sleep in the orphanage as they don't have parents.
Hi, Hot. What are you doing here?
What, are they talking to me?
Yeah, hi, Hot. Hey, Hot Lux. What are you doing here? You ran away from the factory?
I got tempted.
The fishmen said we're not allowed to come back to work there anymore. That it was child labor and that it was illegal. Is that true?
No, they were lying to you. They were lying to you because they hate cute little things and they like big ugly things.
We knew it. We knew they were lying to us. Those assholes. I'm sorry. This is really messed up. We're gonna find. I know we can find a way to get the factory back so that we can all get back to work making all those toys.
I feel bad for them because they just walked all the way here and I ran all the way here and I know how long it was. So I don't want them. Should I feed them?
I mean, it's up to you really, if you would like to feed them.
I take him down to the swamp because I know the orphanage is full. So I knock on Turtles on Gonzalo's door.
Yeah, you pound your fist into the mud a couple times.
Yeah, it goes.
Yeah,
it's it's a very yeah.
Hi. Sorry, I was just playing 20 questions with my new friend Grubor. But you can join if you want. We're only 13
mineral. Is it mineral?
No, it's a quality about me.
Sorry, I was thinking, Ben. I go, hey Gonzalo. I feel very clear-headed because he's so big. So then, like, no part of me is distracted, as it often is. And I say, hey, I heard you talking about mother and father earlier on. Tell me about your instincts in the maternal field.
Well, I don't have any yet, considering I'm only 10 years old, but I definitely will have them by the time I turn about 40, 41, that sort of age. That's when I'm going to want to have children. Right now, I'm still a bit of a youngin', so, you know, I kind of want other people to feel paternal and maternal to me, and, you know, I couldn't help but notice that you wanted to put clothes on my whole wrestling team. My whole wrestling team, except for me.
I think you're so big.
Oh my god.
I think you're so big, and that is so cool. But I, and then I just stick the child inside his shell, and I run to get the others.
Okay, I'm gonna roll. Let's see, perfect 20. It's another 20. Can you believe this? I literally just put a dice roller on Google because I'm stupid, but it literally has given me 3 20s in a row.
I'm gonna be honest, I think I used the exact same one when I rolled my character's abilities, and that's why they're all really high.
Okay, so, but, you know, we go by the way the dice rolls. So you cram this child into Gonzalo's shell so deep that it will never be removed. Perfect job. There's now a young orphan is slammed into the shell.
So
In
I am
Yes!
so I'm unable to now extend one of my arms because a child is now in my
Yeah.
shell hole. But
Yeah.
I do have the extra weight. I have the added weight of a child with like a big with a bunch of rocks inside of him.
Mhm.
So that actually, like, even though I lose the utility of the extra arm, like
You
I
gain that
definitely
weight.
like I make up for it in weight, I think.
Also, its head sticks out where your arm should be, and it can grab things with its teeth.
Oh yeah, and it can speak. It can say things. Like
Say,
it can say things like I'm gonna go left, and then I go I go right.
yeah, how about that? So night continues to fall. It gets later and later, and we see Nanami up in her kind of quarters at the orphanage where she is kind of afforded room and board, though she's an adult now. Is working on something that's really gonna impress this steel worker. A piece of blacksmithery that just shows everything that this person wants to do as a blacksmith. Nanami, can you describe the amazing features of whatever you're crafting?
Yeah, so this sword, this actually I'm really
I
excited about
can't
it.
I can't
Oh,
hear you.
right. Haha. Hello. Yes, sorry. I got
Mm.
lost in my work for a second.
No worries.
Yeah, so I'm making a sword right now. And I think it's probably going to be in my top 10 works, I hope. That's
Mm.
the goal. It's a mix of steel, obsidian, a little bit of marble, and gold, of course, for accents. And we have some very tiny gems along the handle yet to be added.
Mm.
But I'm just really hoping this will, I don't know, change the game for me. If I can get it right.
Mm.
I haven't quite worked with all of these materials before, but I have confidence that if any blacksmith can do it, I can do it.
Mm-hmm. Um. Yeah, so you are creating this sword. It's beautifully crafted. It's, encrusted with all these gems, and you get help from a magical tool that you have, which is the pocket forge, a gift given to you by Far Eyes when you were little. That has three tiny little steel workers or blacksmiths in this little tin box, and they help you bend these fine details and these leaf patterns, whatever they may be, to create, this really beautiful sword that you're working on and have been working on for quite a while. You're very proud of it, and you work into the night before you finally get some sleep. Hot, you sleep on the doorstep, I think, of of the orphanage in a liminal space, not allowed in the swamp, not enough room in the orphanage. But you are under a pile of lots of stolen orphan clothes, so you're perfectly warm. In the morning, everyone rises early. Alton Halfshanks is stretching outside. The morning when Gonzalo comes out and sees him taking a swig of coffee, getting ready for today's big meet.
Hey, Coach. There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What is
Um,
it?
Do you remember the everything that we've been working on for the past few months?
Yeah. All your
I think-
moves like sit and crush,
Yeah,
which you've been getting
yeah,
really good at.
yeah, and double arm grab.
Yeah, and fall over on
Yeah.
top of them, which
Yeah,
you've
yeah. There's
really
like a lot of
mastered.
moves where I throw my weight around.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you've been doing great with double arm grab. I didn't expect you
Yeah.
to get so good at that so fast.
Yeah. So double arm grab has been a bit of our bread and butter strategy, but
Yeah.
I don't think I can do that anymore.
What? Gonzalo. No, I know you
No.
can. You just have to believe in yourself. This is where you were 6 months ago.
Save the locker room speech. If you take a closer look at me, you'll see that my left arm has been replaced by a sentient talking child.
Hey. The boy says hi. We never established what this boy looks like. Shun, would you care to, design an orphan?
Well, the boy is still wearing the neon clothes and the blonde wig, right? That Susan.
No, that was the no.
Oh,
That was another
oh,
wrestler.
okay,
That's another
sorry,
wrestler.
sorry. Okay, this child is not wearing anything other than factory clothes. Other than factory clothes, of course.
I decided factory clothes.
And he has very very long teeth. I guess he has long teeth, and he's got a very like prominent brow ridge that's very square. So maybe I could like use him and throw him around a little bit. And
anything else?
yeah, just like his jaws are very forward. He looks like a goblin shark.
If this boy hadn't been fused into your shell, what do you think his future would have looked like?
Freak at the circus. He's such a freak.
Yeah, well-dressed freak. Well,
yeah,
he is dapper. Okay.
His name is Glimph, and he had hopes to be a what's that game called? An apple ducking. What's that thing?
Bobbing for apples champion.
Yeah, he hoped to be a bobbing champion for apples. Alton sees this new implement on your arm, and he says, "Okay, well maybe can you try to push your arm out?"
Yeah, I've tried, but Susan rolled a 20, so I can't.
Alton nods his head. I understand. Well, this boy's teeth are extremely long. I think, you can still grab an arm.
They're so long. So I think the problem is that I can grab, like I can use my hands to grab.
Yeah.
I can't grab like I use my arms to grab. So we're gonna need to change up a bunch of our strategies. Also, he has a bunch of gravel inside of that rumble and shift around like maracas whenever I move. So this is just to say, every time I move, changing directions is going to be a lot harder because if I move to one side, all the gravel goes to that side. I'm sort of thrown in that direction.
Gonzalo. He takes your head in his hands. Well, he tries to. I mean, he's pretty short, so he kind of just rests his hands on your stomach.
I know what he's doing. We've been through this many times, so I bend my head down.
He takes your head in his hands, and he says, whatever the case may be, sounding like a maraca, having, instead of fingers, long teeth, I don't really see the difference. You need to believe in yourself, We can't put you back where you were 3 years ago when you first were a freshman at Gnome U. You didn't believe in yourself. You didn't get anywhere. You've come so far. Today is the day of the big match. I don't want to see any self-doubt in you. Yeah. Okay, I believe in you. All right, and don't you trust me?
Yeah, of course. I'm just, like being a wrestling major, I'm sort of nervous that I won't, like if I don't do well, I won't graduate from Gnome University. And I'd like to get on with my life because it's very short.
Yeah, right. You've only got so many years. All I'm gonna say is just trust yourself and get in there and have a heaping bowl of gravel. I want even more gravel inside you. I want you as heavy as you can be.
Really? Because earlier on the carriage, you told us that you didn't want us to eat.
Now that you have this boy inside you, I think let's just lean into making you as heavy as possible. And then you can just fall on top of someone and win that way.
Okay. Yeah. I'll just try to get my hands on whatever I can find. I'll start eating. I'll start bulking. Okay. You got it, coach.
Proud of you. Proud of you. Hot Lux wakes up. A naked orphan is trying to take a shirt off of your face.
How tall is he?
This orphan is 4 feet tall.
Okay. I go, I got the perfect outfit for you. I wake up like someone's threatening to take all babies away from me forever. Like
Oh,
a
wow.
sudden like surge of energy.
Mm.
Yeah. And I look for the best outfit for this little being. I keep looking and then checking my outfit to get the perfect match.
Okay, beautiful. If you like, you can also use one of your many little cantrips that you have at your disposal. Well, I wonder if any shocking grasp, instant touch, lightning springs from your hand, sticking the creature with your touch. But in any case, you manage to dress this little guy just as you want and kind of like hold his hand.
Yeah,
And he
okay.
goes, yeah.
Is it too soon for a reveal?
Oh no, go for it.
So can I roll for firepower?
Yeah, sure.
Can I roll for like my warmth, light, whatever power, the sun powers?
You have they're at your disposal now.
Okay. So I try to heat up the child because I have this perfect like winter fit, and I
Okay.
just want the child to. No, wait. No, they're gonna be cold. I take the heat from them. I try to take the heat from them
Okay.
because I have a perfect winter fit. Wait,
Okay.
maybe I tried. Okay, since I said at first I made a mistake and I try to make the child really hot with the winter fit. Can we roll for that?
Yeah, sure. So we're trying to make this child as hot as possible.
Well, we're trying to make the child as cold as possible, but I made a mistake as the character, so I'm gonna roll with it. And
Okay,
I
sure.
accidentally dressed this child up in like a parka. This like cute, like fluffy doll-like parka. Is that the
Yeah.
right word?
Yeah.
And then I heat them up.
Yeah, so
or
you're
maybe
using
I tried to.
you're using, like a mixture between firebolt and lightning hands, like putting it all in your hands and really giving this child basically a heat stroke.
I'm successful. Okay.
Yeah, no, you're extremely successful. And this child's kind of just like slumped around, sweating profusely, walking with you like, what's going on? Where are we going now? Is there, anything you want to get up to?
But I spaced out because I'm so amazed by how cute this little child looks in the clothes and how easy it was to put the clothes on them because they're
Yeah.
so slippery. I'm just in that high of dressing a child really well,
Yeah.
like a doll, and I just grab its hand and then we march to wake the other children so I can dress them for breakfast.
Okay, so you start going around the orphanage and dressing all these children that come to you and any gnomes that, happen to also
I
come
asked for
along.
permission first. I go, hey kid, hey, are you gonna wear that for breakfast? And then if they're resistant, I bully them a bit.
Mm-hmm. All right, beautiful. And then Christina, you're waking up. Today's kind of the big day that you didn't really plan for it, but you're gonna meet Felson Tam, who is an elvish steel worker that you'd heard so much about, and are excited to try to impress. Is there anything you're doing to kind of psych yourself up before the tournament starts?
I'm just putting on my best outfit, don't want to impress them. I know, of course, I'm not trying to like romantically engage with them. I just want to, I don't know, look good and feel good. So I put on my best
You strike
outfit.
a Wonder Woman pose in the mirror.
I strike my best pose and I'm ready. I go see if Gonzalo, I want to go see if Gonzalo's still in the swamp. Maybe I can head over there with someone I know. That might be nice.
Yeah, all right. So the carriage is getting loaded up. Alton Halfshanks is, getting the dwarves that are in their singlets on, and also finding those who have slipped into something else, maybe a tutu or a little robe, and he's putting them, with the other wrestlers. And Gonzalo is outside waiting by the carriage, kind of getting himself ready too, shaking himself out.
Hey, Gonzalo, how's it going? You ready for your big day, big competition? Hello, Gonzalo?
Hi.
Sorry if I'm breathing weird.
Are you okay?
Yeah, my coach told me to eat everything I could. So I accidentally ate some plastic rings.
Are you dying? You're dying like a turtle in the ocean?
No, No, I can compete. I can compete. I can graduate.
Oh, Gonzalo, you should not be competing today. This does not look good.
No, put me in. Put me. I can wrestle you right now.
Look, you don't have to be asking me. I'm not your coach. I'm just literally a person you just met yesterday, so.
Oh, and then and then also my arm orphan says like, yeah, put me.
Well, I don't know. Either way, we can head over to the wrestling tournament and, whether you wrestle or not, that's up to your coach. I'm not gonna get involved there, but do you guys have extra space perhaps in your gnome bus? I don't know how y'all are getting over there. Y'all just walking?
Yeah, we're getting on the gnome bus.
Okay. Do y'all have space for one half work?
Yeah.
Gnomes are way too
Sweet.
small to occupy significant space.
Perfect. Okay. Well, I'm ready to go whenever you guys are.
So you get on the gnome bus. Everyone is on except for Hot Lux, who has kind of become accustomed to running after it. And is more than fast enough to keep up and likes to wave around the clothes. Though now some of the gnomes are more excited and want to try on some of Hot Lux's stylings. But you pull up regardless to the Bull Pit, which is just a big arena, just kind of outside on the outskirts of town. And there is all sorts of different people here. There are Goliaths. There are, elves and humans, all different walks of life, fish people, all getting ready in their wrestling singlets for this huge university tournament between, this interscholastic wrestling tournament. There's like a big energy in the air and everyone's very excited. The dwarves have kind of reckoned with the fact that their best wrestler is now gone. Grubier Borchamp is with the gnomish team now and fully embracing his gnomish heritage. But the dwarves have kind of put up another other figure in his place, their second best wrestler and famous daddy's boy, Prince Harfshamp. And he's kind of beating his chest as well, basically doing the same thing Grubier was before he was taken in by the gnomes. But everyone is getting really excited. The matches are already underway when you get there. Other teams have started wrestling. You will be competing for one division's victory, which will mostly feature just the gnomes and the dwarves going up against one another from different schools. But you get to your kind of like facility and you're all sorts of settling in. Nanami, you don't see the Felsen Tam yet, but you do see kind of like very powerful looking people walking around this tournament, a little bit out of place, covered in ringlets and jewelry, clearly very wealthy people who have come to watch the games.
Interesting. I wonder what those people are doing here. Maybe they could be some high-end clients for some stuff a bit more around what I'd like to make.
Yeah, so very, very nice. Hot Lux, you have like a beautiful selection of little gnomes that you're trying to dress up. You also see someone who is a sun, clearly related to the sun in some way, is a priest of a sun's religion and is kind of making his rounds as well, talking with other wealthy compatriots, shaking hands with other people come to view the games.
I get stressed, so I grab one of the gnomes and I cuddle with it as I try to make my way through the crowd to spy on the Sun Man.
So you're kind of going near the Sun Man with a little gnome in tow.
Yeah.
The gnome fits right in with your other dolls. 4 heads in your arms. They're all snuggled together. Gonzalo, you go off to the locker rooms. Everyone's getting ready. You still can't breathe. And Alton finally notices he hadn't seen on the way over. Says, Gonzalo, are you okay?
Yeah, put me in, coach.
Put you. I wasn't gonna not put you in. You're scheduled to fight 8 different fights. Wait, Gonzalo, are you having trouble breathing?
Yeah, you told me to eat everything, so I ate everything,
No.
and I ate
Oh,
some plastic
I
rings.
feel so bad for him.
oh,
Oh no.
Gonzalo. Okay, Gonzalo, I need you at least to be able to breathe if you're gonna fight. You have to find a way to snip that thing. Is there any way you can get it cut?
I don't know. Maybe the orphan lodged in my arm socket can burrow even deeper in my body and use his long teeth to cut the rings. I fear that that might be my only hope of beating
Okay.
the dwarves and for me to graduate.
Oh, he just wants to survive to graduate. Oh, I'm
Glymph,
sorry.
Glymph, do you think you can go deeper in and cut the plastic rings? And Shun, I think you should talk for Glymph now.
Oh no.
Well, why not, Glymph?
Oh, what's in it for me, huh?
If you don't do this, he'll die. Well, I don't know if he'll die, but he won't be able to graduate.
So what? I'm comfortable here. I gotta pay rent. I got gravel in my stomach for another 500 years because because it's not like I'm gonna be able to digest them anytime soon. I'm chilling.
Okay, well, your first match is in 5 minutes, Gonzalo. So hopefully you can go up against them when you've got this plastic ring in your throat. Shun, until you find a way, I'm gonna be rolling disadvantage against you for each of your rounds. You're just not gonna be able to make it very far, I feel. Well, we'll see. With the way these are rolling, you're gonna make it through every round without a
You're gonna have to
problem.
choose between 20 and 20.
Yeah. You might get a 19. But the rounds start to go underway, and things are going very well for the gnome team, at least so far. Obviously, Grubier wins his round against one of his former teammates, and Elderburn is doing very well as well. He's kind of, it seems, a premier player from another gnomish university, Gnome State. And so he's looking very strong, even taking down the dwarves he comes up against, and is looking very good. He is seeking out Nanami but can't find her in the stands, and that's getting him really heated. He thought he really made a great impression, and she hasn't showed up, at least not to his eye. And so he is kind of pushing him forward. Shun, your first match comes around. You are facing a young dwarf named Thandor, and he looks pretty strong before the meet. How do you act before a match?
I do my usual like no university no university when I said no you said university no
Do you have an intention to intimidate or have any effect on this person?
um yeah, I do the thing with the like that I do with Alton, where I lower my head down very close. But I think he can see like how blue in the face I'm getting, how blue and purple in the face I am.
All right. Okay, I think that works pretty well. Rolled a 14 -1, a 13 intimidation check. So he's a little scared too as he's going in against you. The way this match is going to work is simply because you're going to be going through so many of them. It's just for the first round, it's if you roll above a 5, you pass on to the next round.
Okay.
And you are rolling, yes. You are rolling disadvantage though, because of your,
Yeah, because of my disadvantage.
Ooh. Okay. So you rolled a critical fail. So you're going up, you're in the middle of your round. And the plastic gets to you a little sooner than you thought. And you start to lose oxygen, and I'm gonna have you roll your first death saving throw.
Oh my God.
as you start to choke out on the middle of the floor. Your first death saving throw is a 1. You lose 2 death saving throws. We'll come back to you later to see how you do.
Is Gonzalo going to die in the first episode?
Oh my God.
I'm gonna roll just because I'm hoping that you guys are kind of like at least on the same floor as him. I'm gonna roll perception for you two so to see if you can even notice this going on. You do pretty poorly. Christina notices you get a 10. Susan, you're completely unaware. But a crowd is kind of gathering around Gonzalo as he is not pinned by the dwarf or pinning the dwarf. The dwarf has already soundly defeated you. Just choking out on the floor. Turning blue. Christina, is there anything that you want to do? You see this happening to Gonzalo.
I don't know. I want to go like see if his coach can pull him out of there. He should not be wrestling right now. He's not in a good condition. Yeah, where's his
You go-
coach?
You try to find Alton Halfshanks. So you're going to search for him and see if you can get help for Gonzalo. Hot Lux, you are kind of entranced by this preacher that you see who's associating with kind of like the richer crowd of patrons who have come to see the games. He is just making niceties with the other people and kind of, rubbing elbows with high society as they watch the more premier rounds, the orcs, the Goliaths who are wrestling against each other, even a team of turtles who are doing very well. But not so much the smaller halflings gnomes who, they simply don't really compete that well. But he's just like seeming to make friends in high places.
Okay. What I do is I don't want him to know, like I don't want him to be aware that I have something against him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I kiss my child on the head. And then I throw it at the sun to see if he'll do something like scream his name or something, so that'll help me track him.
Wait, are you trying to kiss the child or throw the child at the sun?
I kiss a child's head before throwing him at the sun worshiper. Because I don't want to be mean.
Okay.
I want the child to know I love it.
You explain to the child, as you have to a lot of other people, why you have such beef with the sun and those who worship the sun. You have a mark on your arm, a huge bite mark from where you claim many years ago the sun bit you and granted you your magical powers, which are a blessing and also a curse, as you know well. So you have a score to settle with the entire sun and the sun religion. I'm gonna roll a strength check for you, and I'm kind of liking how extreme these dice are. If they don't, just give us successes, they also try to kill Shun right away. Okay, it's a failed roll. So you try to pick up this child. He kind of tumbles over your shoulder. You barely throw him at all, and the sun worshiper continues in his way.
Luckily, I gave him a really fashionable but thick hat.
Christina,
so...
though, you're trying to find the coach. Oh, can you see me? I feel like I'm frozen.
Yeah, we can see you.
We can see you.
Mm.
We can see you.
Now we can't see him.
Now we can see you. Wait, did you change something about yourself when you were gone? Looking good, Luke.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you, but I can't see you. Oh. Can other people hear him? I can't hear him right now.
I can't hear him right now. Okay, guys, we should talk about how I tried to save you, Shun. I did that to try to save you
Yeah, I guess
because I
little
figured.
break time. Oh wait, no, he's back.
No, he's
Hello.
not.
Hey, we can hear you.
We can hear you, but we still can't see you.
No, we can see him. I can see him. Your computer's broken.
Oh, I can.
Oh no. Well, anyway, I tried to do that because I figured if I landed it on the sun, man, then the crowd would be distracted, and then maybe you know what I mean. Like it could have ended the competition, and then we could have saved you. Because I was like, my character doesn't know this was happening to you, so I can't really do anything directly. But I tried to cheat the game, Shun, to make you survive. I am sorry.
Ah.
Oh, only
The kid, luckily, the kid has a thick, fashionable hat, so
Yeah.
he didn't break his head
Also,
during the fall.
chat/chats. How do you think D&D is going so far? Is it how do you feel about it? How do you feel about the type of D&D that we're doing in terms of the vibes? I don't know. Just if you have any thoughts or anything.
any pitches like, oh guys, when Luke asked you that question, you should have said this, like backseat
Yes,
gaming.
yes. Yeah.
Backseat.
Or we can also take this little moment to talk to you about our characters. Like me, I am Nanami Artuz. I am a half-orc barbarian, and I was orphaned when I was like 8 or so. Grew up in the same town as Hot Lux. And yeah, I'm a blacksmith, and my big goal in life. Well, I don't know if I should state it now or like wait for it to be revealed. I'll wait for it to be. Yeah, I don't need to state it right now.
um, my character has been mostly summarized so far. The thing is, yeah, I got bit by the sun. So I now have powers. But a little incident happened that we hinted at, but I won't totally talk about. A little incident happened with my powers, and I'm very resentful of having them. So I want to be taken to the sun so I can kill the sun. I am. I have like I work at a doll factory, and like I worked as like a child slave sort of, but like it was like consensual work. I enjoyed it, and now I have a very intense bond, mainly because of the bond I had with my uncle. In like a very healthy, not sexual way. And then he taught me how to like make clothes for dolls. So now anything that's small, I would like to dress up like a doll. What about you, Shun? We're
I'm
going over our
Gonzalo.
characters to look for a sec.
Okay.
I'm Gonzalo Suez. I'm a turtle, and turtles only live to 50 years old, and they have a thirst for adventure. So I'm really just trying to get to see everything that I can before my instincts take over, and I'm gonna want to have turtle children of my own, and then like walk into the ocean and die. Uh, I'm in my final year of Gnome College at Gnome University, where I'm a wrestling major. Uh, so this is like kind of my final right now. If I die around one, there's no way that I'm going to be able to pass gnome school. Uh, and that's pretty much it. Oh, also I'm a ranger. I'm a ranger.
Okay, we went over all the characters. It's perfect timing, Luke. And I like how dark your room is now. We can
Yeah,
see you, but we can't see anything behind you. It's kind of cool, mysterious.
mysterious kind of dungeon mastery. If you'd like, we can keep going. There's also, I don't know, like unless we go all the way up to 9, I don't know a good place to stop. Do you guys want to do 20 more minutes?
Let's do 20 more minutes.
I like to do 20 more minutes. I'm having fun.
Okay. Okay, beautiful. So Christina's character, Nanami, is trying to find Alton Halfshanks, the gnomish wrestling coach. You manage to find him. He's watching another player's match because he had so much faith in Gonzalo. You bring him over. He sees what's happening, and he's immediately sounding the alarm. Stop the match! Someone get this boy help! He's only 10 years old. This boy is only a boy of 10. Can anyone please help?
Gonzalo is 10? I didn't know Gonzalo was 10. Turtles look so damn old. Yeah, what the hell? You're letting this 10-year-old die?
Yeah, he's just a boy. Please, someone help. Nurses rush from all sides, now suddenly seeing the blue-faced turtle boy on the floor. and they assess the problem. Okay, he's got rings in his throat. His coach told him to eat everything, took it literally. Now he's about to choke out on the floor. What do we do? Well, we gotta cut him. Okay, so they take out a big pair of snippers, and they're like, we're gonna go in his throat, and we're gonna cut him. We're gonna cut the clippers. They start trying to shove this metal pair of clippers down his throat, but they're too big. They just won't fit to go in there and slice the little plastic rings into bits. Does anyone have an implement that is more finely crafted, something that they worked on that could maybe snip this plastic menace?
Um, um,
Does anyone?
Glimpse goes, well, I guess my teeth, but you'll have to give me candy.
The first responders check with each other and they don't have any candy.
No, sorry, not leaving the turtle hole.
I can't hear you because we rolled that I'm not seeing what's going on. So, so I just pet my orphan and go, I'm sorry.
A voice rings out from the crowd, just as Gonzalo is about to die and walks into the middle of the ring. This is Falson Tam, the master steel bender, just a really amazing metallurgy person. And he pulls out a very thin, gleaming rapier and puts it down the turtle's neck, swirls it around, and Gonzalo coughs up a stew of plastic little bits, and is taken away by the nurses. Falson Tam sheathes his sword and starts to return back to where he was seated.
Oh my god, was that who I think it was? I think it
Many
is.
many others confirm around you. Yeah, that was Falson Tam. He's really amazing, huh?
Uh, I have to go. I mean, I want to talk to him, but I have to go thank him at least for saving Gonzalo. I go walk up to him.
Hey, you approach Falson Tam. How do you greet him? How do you make a first impression?
Hi. You don't know me, but I am friends with that turtle boy who was choking on some plastic over. Yeah, thank you for. I just wanted to thank you and also mention that I'm a blacksmith.
Oh.
I have massive respect for your.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. A tiefling as a metallurgist. That's interesting. I suppose you make weaponry.
I'm a half orc
Axes and
actually. Half orc.
oh, a half orc.
Yeah,
Beautiful. Even more remote from the field of bending metal and creating art. That's very interesting that you'd get into that.
Yeah. I don't meet too many other half orc blacksmiths, but I mean,
Yes.
I don't know if you're ever interested in taking on apprentices or anything like that, but if you were, I would love to show you some of my work.
Well, I'd have to see some of your work, of course, before I took on an apprentice, but I
Certainly.
doubt I would be taking on an apprentice right now. I'm very busy. But good luck in all of your endeavors.
Well, thank you. It was still wonderful talking with you. Thank you again for saving Gonzalo. Poor turtle boy.
Of course. Have a good day. He kind of bows and slinks back into the crowd. He disappears. Over with Hot Lux. What are you up to right now again? You tried to throw a child, landed on its head.
Yeah. I apologize to the child since I see what was going on at the end or nah?
Let's roll for you. Okay, yeah. You finally caught wind of the commotion and perceived as Gonzalo is being taken away to the infirmary.
I take note of that, and I think I don't think I do, right? I think it's the perfect commotion for me to try to approach the Sun Man. So I tried to use, if you don't recall, tieflings are known for little pickpocketing. So I run after the sun, man.
Mm.
Um, and I tried to take his wallet so I can find out his identity and keep track of him. And also
Okay,
get
so
some
you're
proxy
gonna
picks.
search his pockets.
Yes.
So that is a sleight of hand check, which you have proficiency in, which is good for
Yes.
you. Unfortunately, a pretty low roll. A 3 plus 3, so that's a 6.
No.
You are kind of clumsy. You're very swift as you go in, but clumsy on the way out, and you brush his side a little too strongly as you take the wallet and try to make a run for it. He grabs you. He says, "Excuse me, what do you think you're doing,
I get
little
scared,
girl?"
but instead of peeing my pants,
Frozen. Ah, dang.
I get scared, and instead of peeing my pants, I release a huge amount
Mm.
of like energy, of like oh wait, you can't hear me. Well, yeah, like fire catapults a rocket. So that's what I do. I go and I try to launch myself.
Wait, can you see me again?
Yes, we can
Yes.
see you.
Okay, I was frozen. So what have you done?
Okay, so instead of peeing my pants, the same thing
Okay.
kind of happens, but instead of pee, it's like fire. So it's like I'm like a
Okay.
rocket, like launching myself onto the air with fear.
All right. So you use your fear. I'll give it. How about a acrobatics check to leap away?
Okay.
Another proficiency of yours. Okay, and you roll a 15, so that's an 18. You
Yes.
leap away, um, and you disappear into the crowd away from his sight. But still kind of like wondering what this sun priest is doing at a wrestling tournament.
Wait, but I
June.
kept the wallet, right?
Yes, you have it. So you have some information on him.
Okay.
Shun, you come to in the infirmary. Alton Halfshanks is standing over you. Oh, you disappeared. Oh, there he is.
I just Discord kicked me out of the call. Can you hear me?
Mhm.
Okay. What did you
Yeah.
just say? I got kicked out of the call.
You come to Alton Halfshanks is standing over you. You're in the infirmary.
Do I still graduate?
Oh,
That remains to be seen, Gonzalo. I talked with the refs, and they've agreed to let you keep wrestling in another round since you had plastic in your throat and were kind of already about to die. They thought that that isn't fair to you as an athlete, and so they're ready to put you in another round.
Okay. Put me in, coach.
Of course. The bad news is you're going to be going up against a little bit stiffer competition for this first round, because the refs kind of have this weird sense of morality where they want to make it harder for you now that you failed once, which doesn't actually make sense for referees to do, but I guess makes sense kind of in a meta way. So you're going to be fighting another turtle.
Well, I guess we'll see who's the better turtle, the OG vanilla body or my super modified body. They didn't take out. They removed the rings, but they didn't remove the child, right?
No, they kept the child.
Okay.
I think they're operating under the assumption that it's just a part of your body.
Okay.
wait, the child
little
hasn't protested,
there.
right?
No, I think the child is pretty happy.
Yeah, the child has
Adopted.
like a place to live.
Yeah. Gonzalo, how's your relationship with little Glimph coming along? Have you two built up a rapport?
Glenn, you try to save me.
You didn't deserve it. Someday, maybe, when you know what it means to be a truly great turtle, a truly great
person with a zest for life, then I'll consider using these long, long teeth to come to your aid. But until then, I don't think so. Um,
Well, Glim, as soon as I'm out of here, I'm assuming that this is a regular infirmary where they have like mints in the waiting room.
yeah.
I can nab a few of those for you.
Very sweet. You take a couple mints to please Glimph, and it works pretty well. He likes candy. And
Tomorrow, I better see you in tip-top shape tomorrow because I'm gonna bring it.
okay, beautiful. You like stretch out and you prepare for your big match. Another wrestling one with a turtle standing across from you. You get down to the mat, and you see him. Do you take on your usual gnome university?
Yeah, is there a turtle language?
Yeah, there is.
Right.
Aquin,
Okay.
you both speak it.
Okay, Aquin. Okay, so I'm gonna say no mew, no mew, no mew, but in Aquin.
Okay, he goes, oh, oh,
Yeah.
He's pretty happy with it. The two of you start to move slowly toward each other. Another turtle and yourself. I guess for this one, I think a more drawn out combat between you two
Okay.
should take place. Um,
Okay.
well, is there a way that you can justify leaning on your dexterity modifier instead of your strength?
Yeah, I don't have high strength, I think, right?
They're actually the same. They're the same modifier.
Okay. Can I try to I try to sort of angle myself in a way so that Glimph can like kind of push himself out and use his gigantic brow ridge to nudge the other turtle onto his back, which is like sort of like the position I want them to be in, right? That's like
Right.
turtles have a lot of weight to throw around, but like you got once you get them on their backs,
Mm.
right? It's like they're kind of easy to
Um,
pin.
yes, and you have initiative over this other turtle, so your move goes first. You also get a roll advantage when grappling a combatant because of your hand embroidered gnomish wrestling shorts. Uh, so you're trying to push him onto his back.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you get a 12. So you push him kind of onto his side. He has the chance to get you back though.
Uh-huh.
Uh and it's a 12 again. So you guys are kind of in a stalemate here as you're fighting to push each other. His hand is in Glimph's mouth, the other hand wrestling with each other. You're going back and forth. Um and this will, I think, should settle who comes out on top. Okay, so you managed to get him down onto his back and you're standing on top of him. 3, 2, 1. You win this round and you move to the round you're supposed to be in the next one. Not dead, back on track to get that graduation you so desire.
I'm cheering. Woo!
Can I
Gonzalo, what a comeback!
Throw some mints like into Glimp's mouth like a trainer at SeaWorld?
Yes. He comes and leaps them and catches them out of the air. Elsewhere in the tournament, Elderburn is doing very well, careening toward the top spot in the gnome and dwarven match. So is Grubier Borchamp, who is now fighting for the gnomes, and Prince Harchamp, the famous daddy's boy who's kind of slouched into the dwarves' main slot. But we will see more of that competition, I think, next week, where we pick up at the same spot and rest it down for week 1 of D&D Turbo.
So the turbo staying turbo challenge.
Officially called Turbo.
Oh god, I don't know that we should call it Turbo. Turbo episode 1, Turbo episode 2.
Yeah, turbo challenge.
We can come to something good along the way.
I feel
I'm
like
sure.
Turbo Challenge is like good for like the type of D&D name, But like as for like this specific campaign,
Yeah,
it
the
should be called
campaign.
something else.
Yeah, we'll find a fitting title, I'm
Yes, we
sure.
will. We will.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll walk into it.
Yeah, well, that was our first episode adventure of D&D. Yeah.
Yes.
I hope y'all.
Yeah, so much fun.
That was really, really fun for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad we enjoyed it. It seems like you guys are enjoying it too. So I felt emboldened to make funner choices, which made it more enjoyable. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah,
Nice.
thanks for having me on Soup Time.
Yeah. Well, plug yourself, guys.
I stream
Just
on
Luke
Twitch.
first.
It's really just like I don't know. Soup and I, you guys, both me and Soup, we are the females of this group, both stream on Twitch. Soup Time and Tina Gayton. That's the plug there, baby.
And we're having videos
Hi,
coming out
Kenji.
soon
Hello.
about the drama of Twitch
Yes,
and youth slang
on YouTube. You.
Luke,
I'm
what?
Luke. I'm Luke.
Go on.
I don't stream on Twitch, but hopefully I'll see you again next week as we get further and further into this campaign. I'm hoping to really chef up some interesting characters and things to come along, so I'm excited for the future.
And Shun, where can we find you? Someone said you look like a Korean actor, by the way. I forgot the name, but I guess it's
Someone in my chat thought you were Korean too, Shun.
Oh, wait, they talk about how handsome Shun is because that's all my chat talks about.
No, but I think one person was saying that Luke is a handsome boy and looks like his name is Beck.
Nice.
That must have been Shun. Shun typed
That
that.
was not me. I did not type that. So now two people think that Luke's name should be Beck.
Yeah.
I'm Shun. I don't stream on Twitch either. The only thing I have to plug is Republic of Gamers makes this awesome headset for like $80. It's got an extender. It's great. It doesn't like hurt your head too much.
I'm 100% honest. I think I'm gonna buy it. I really think next stream I'm gonna have it. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, like $80. It's such a good price. And like, okay, so I'm not an audio buff, right? We're really plugging this headset today, but Republic of Gamers Delta Core headset. Okay, so they have two models of this headset, the Delta and the Delta Core. The only difference I know is that the Delta has RGB on the headphones and the Delta Core does not. I have the Delta Core, and like as a person who like respects like decent audio quality, like these are good. Like, but it's also not like crazy to the point where it's like, I don't know, some sort of audio quality level that you wouldn't actually even recognize the difference with. So yeah, good price too. $80, very comfy, very light on my head. Yeah. Good job plugging our sponsor. Not really our sponsor, but like sort of our sponsor because it's like 50% sponsored.
Yeah. We're showing Misfits that they want us to do an unboxing. They can send the Xena time crowd as many
Tina
things
time. Or Soup.
It just sounds like your name really cool.
Tina time and Soup Gayton.
Soup Gayton. Well, thank you guys for the session.
Yeah.
This was fun. I'll try to put it on YouTube if you want to put it to Tina, and then people want to check it out.
Yeah. I was even thinking like, we're really just kind of like chatting here, but like there were some points when each of us were talking to chat, so we could like download our VODs, and that way, like if there was ever a point where I was talking to chat, I can put your video like there and we can cut it, so it's like we don't have any of the parts where we're talking to chat.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah, that'd be good. And also, I had a bit of a technical issue where I keep putting two chats on every one of my tabs.
Nice.
So at one point, I had double chat going on.
Okay, bless. Sweet.
Okay.
Yay.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Farewell.
If
See you
we
next
can-
Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And we'll have our first 3 people for the challenge.
Yeah.
So we'll be messaging you guys about it. I'll do like a Twitter reveal of who the 3 people are. We have them decided. But if people still want to join, we are not closed on the other weeks, so we have a good amount of people interested. If you like are really, really interested, you have a good pitch, we can still pick you. So it'll be fun. We'll have our first 3 guests, and it's gonna be awesome. Luke, be ready.
Fog.
Yeah,
You
we'll
don't
do it.
want
Fog. Fog.
to,
Okay.
in
Oh,
front of
oh,
strangers.
Deriva said bye, Beck. Oh,
But
and
that
Emma
Korean
Stone.
man.
Susan, they said you remind them of Emma Stone. So,
Oh, thank you.
yeah? Okay.
That's the one person I'm like, if there was a celebrity I wanna be like.
Oh, nice, nice. Well, you're
Yeah.
already
Well,
getting
thank you.
there, clearly.
Yeah.
Sweet. And bye, Turtle Boy.
Bye, sexy man and Beck.
Okay, bye.